Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a speed build. This speed build takes place in Brindleton Bay. It is a one bedroom, one bathroom little home. It is a tiny home, but it's not the tiniest of homes. It's not the what is it, a micro home? Is that what it's called? It's not a micro home, but it is a tiny home. And this was actually one of the first houses I built when tiny living was released. Um, I built it with the idea of an elder in mind who lives here, who lives alone with like their cat or something. I didn't get too much further into it, but that was really just kind of my general idea. Thought this would be a nice little retirement, not a retirement home, you know what I mean? Like not a retirement home, but a home for a sim who's just retired, who wants to downsize, whose family's all moved out, um, but who wants to stay in Brindleton Bay and wants to have that outdoorsy, I don't want to say aspect in life. That's not what I'm looking for. Basically, they want to, they want to get more in touch with nature and do more things that are outside and hands-on. And so there's a garden plot, there's this little pool, which I wanted to be a pond. Um, my original idea was to put a pond in the back, but I can't use debug items because I can't search for them. I've had this problem for a long time, but I have so much custom content and mods and a bunch of other stuff that I'm not willing to get rid of. So don't even tell me to purge. I'm not going to do it. I'm not getting rid of it. They're staying, or I go. Back to what I was saying. I have so many mods that my search bar in the game, anytime I click on it, just even click on it, it crashes my game. It, makes me wait 10 minutes to see that it's going to crash my game, and then it just crashes my game. So can't use a search bar, so I can't use debug items. So I didn't put a pond in the back. I ended up going for a pool, but we dressed it up real nice. You'll see later. We do some real tedious work, so it looks a little bit more like a pond, a little bit more natural, a little bit like it's just part of Brindleton Bay, not like someone built a pool in their backyard. You know what I mean? Um, what else can I tell you about this home? It's so tiny that there is not much to tell. There is no washer and dryer. I was about to, yeah, there is no washer and dryer. There is, however, a laundry line, the drying line, and then the washing little pot thing. I thought that was a nice touch because I really feel like this person, this elder, is not, they're not, I don't want to say technologically savvy because you don't need to be to work a washer and a dryer, but like, I think they just would want to be more in touch with before technologies and before, not necessarily off the grid, but they kind of just want to do more for themselves, do more like hands-on, more involved in their lifestyle. I don't even know if I'm explaining this how I would like to explain it, but you might understand what I mean. Sometimes, people get each other. We get each other. I know you know what I mean. So, yeah, those were kind of my thoughts going into and building this house. There is no dining table. There is no, I guess just dining table for what I'm trying to say right now. It's literally just kind of the bare bones, what you need in your house. And then we've got a cat or dog bed, whichever one I decide. I think I'm going to pick a cat though for whoever house whoever's house this becomes. I haven't made a sim yet, so I don't know who's gonna live here. But I think I might pick a cat. So it's got a food bowl, and it has a pet bed, a little tiny one right by the couch, and those are the only like extra kind of things. There's no computer. There's a TV, but I couldn't see an elder, the person who I imagine lives in this house. I just couldn't see them, whoever they may become, with a computer or really a need for a computer or understanding a computer or anything like that. So, um, um, I think I might renovate this home, and I think renovate is too strong of a word for what I would like to do. When we get, what is it called? Nifty Knitting? Is that what they decided to go with? For some reason. I guess people did vote on it, but come on, like y'all, what? I guess it's more jazzy than The Sims 4 knitting stuff, which is what I voted to call it, because like some of the other, like the Love to Knit one, really, really, y'all, is this what we doing? Yay. That's the one I voted for, the Sims 4 knitting stuff, but Nifty Knitting is what they're gonna call it. So when Nifty Knitting comes out, I think I will renovate this house just a little bit and It depends on who I put in this house, maybe. But I would renovate it and try and give it some more of those items, which are not elder items. They're not like made to fit the style of elder Sims and, retro vintage, nothing like that. But I still think it'll give some more items, something else for this sim in particular to be interested in besides their garden and their pool pond and their cat. I think it'll just be one more thing that we can kind of bring some character into this home. Um, and with that character, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of want more because when I was building this house, I didn't have clear direction, and I don't know if you could tell now, but I still like don't have a very clear direction of who lives in this house and what their life is like and who their family is like. But I hope that with Nifty Knitting, when that comes out, and as I work more on my save file, that I can kind of get a better idea of who I would like to put here and what their life is like, and I can kind of really give them a full life and not just oh, I need to put a sim in this house or I need someone here, so let me just make this one and call it a day, see what happens. But I really want to be able to flesh out a story for an older sim because I rarely play with elders. That's because of the fact that there's nothing special about elders in The Sims 4, so I don't particularly care whether or not I'm playing with them. And also, a lot of activities they just don't, like, they can't do. Like, they'll die if they work out twice in a day or something. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't typically play with elders, but I would love to be able to have a chance to really get into the storyline of an older sim who, is just kind of now retiring and doing what they want. Like they're living the life they wanted to live, but they couldn't because they had children to raise and such and such. So I really want to be able to focus on a really nice elder sim when Nifty Knitting comes out. So when Nifty Knitting comes out, mark my words, we're coming back to this. We're gonna renovate it. That'll be like my Nifty Knitting speed build. Cause how you gonna build a whole house? I mean, I guess you could. I guess we'll do that too. But when Nifty Knitting comes out, come back here and come see me. Okay, we're gonna do something new. All right. Um, Decorating this house was kind of hard because, I don't have a vision of who lives in it. I ended up going with some cat themed art, and then just some very basic beds and rugs, very neutral colors, brown, tan. The couch is blue. It's not a very neutral color, but everybody likes blue. Who doesn't like blue? So it's not real gender specific. Um, I don't think I'd change it if I moved any particular gender into the house. It would kind of just be what it was. My idea was to keep it gender neutral because I had no idea of who I would make live here. Um, I still, I'm not sure where I was going with that. Oops. All right. Don't you love that kitchen set? I think it's you know what? I'm not even going to say I think it is, but Peacemaker makes great custom content and great kitchen sets. So it might be from there. I think you should go check him out anyway and see what else he's got. You know what I mean? It's cool stuff. Cool stuff. This build took me about 2 hours. Um, and it's weird that such small builds, like this, like 2 hours. You took 2 hours to do that, but yeah. Sometimes it's getting the idea of it. Sometimes it's figuring out, the floor plan. Sometimes it's when you don't have a clear direction. Like I've said 10 times in this video already. We get it, Tamia. You don't have a clear direction. um, it's really hard to just kind of decide what you want in the house and what makes sense to have in the house. Because for me, building a house really is about making it make sense, about telling the story of the people who live there, and making the home feel lived in. And that's just kind of hard when you don't have a clear idea. I don't think the house will change much though. Once I get a clear idea, like I tried to make it as neutral as possible. So I'm not worried about like, oh, this completely doesn't fit this character. I'm not stressed about it. They're gonna be okay. I think my main gist was that I wanted them to love spending time outdoors, to love the outdoors so they could utilize their pool pond and the gardening planter boxes, not gardening boxes, the planter boxes um, that I put over in the side yard. You'll get to see that later. There wasn't room for any appliances in the kitchen, like a microwave or even I don't even think I put a dishwasher in, but Speaking of dishwashers, why do Sims think a dishwasher is a necessity? Like, how privileged are they, okay? I have gone my whole life washing dishes. Even when I had dishwashers, like, we just washed the dishes because I don't know why. Sometimes they didn't work. Sometimes just wash the dishes. Just wash the dishes. You don't need a dishwasher, Sims, okay? Get it together. Grow up. So there's no dishwasher, which makes sense because there's no washer and dryer either. It's just kind of I guess we'll say the theme. The theme I was going with, just doing everything the old-fashioned way, the way that whoever lived here was used to doing them as they grew up. So it's not, they didn't retire and then say, let me go get a big, fancy, luxurious house and live my life doing nothing, just kicking back, kicking my feet up every day. No, they didn't do that. They they just wanted a smaller house somewhere where it wasn't the focus. They don't have to spend time caring for things and keeping their house built up nice. Um, I'm running out of things to say. I should probably end the voiceover. Is that a sign that I should end the voiceover and just play some music? I don't want to do that though. I think it's only 4 minutes left. Nobody makes it this long in my videos anyway. I'm just going to keep talking. Practice makes perfect. I'm just going to get better and better. And then pretty soon I'll have loads of things to say. And 15 minutes will not be enough time to even introduce my videos. So we're coming up on the tedious part. Oh my goodness. I wish I do this when I do driveways, when I do pool ponds like this or whatever. Like, I just wish there was a tool to just put rocks along a line, like a rock of fences, a fence of rocks. You know what I mean? Like something like, I don't know. But this is tedious, and um, this pond wasn't very big, so it wasn't like a huge deal. It didn't take me hours and hours, but it was a part that I was kind of like dreading, not really wanting to do. I saved it for last for a reason. Um, Even though this is the one point where I did have, surprise, surprise, some clear direction. Like, this was the one point where I really kind of knew what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted it to, um, the vibe I wanted it to give off, that I wanted it to look natural and, uh, and very, very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. I think it does look good. I think it is a major selling point for this house. Even though it's just a pool, it's not really a pond. You can't fish out of it. I still think just the look that it gives is natural. Is that the word? Not natural. Maybe natural. I just think the look it gives is one that clearly every house is not going to have. It's something special, unique to this home. I kind of want to do it again in Brindleton Bay just to give it that. I want to do it in Brindleton Bay, and I want to do it in Granite Falls, because I think those places give me the vibe of like ponds and things like that. So now we're just going to some landscaping. We're gonna do the pathway, um, and then what? To me, we're gonna put a picnic table and some planter boxes and add some more things to the pond. Just give it some more green life, and make it look a little bit more realistic. I think variety in landscaping is what really helps the realism. Of course, you don't want like every single plant in the game on one lot. Maybe you could make it work. Is that a new challenge? Are we doing it? Not me. Somebody might. But I think variety is one of the things that helps some things in landscaping look more realistic. We are coming towards the end of the video. If you are still here, I want to thank you so much for making it all this way. I don't know why you did, but hey, I love you for it. Um, Go ahead and subscribe, like the video, tell me what you think. Um, Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye.